Gorsuch and the Comey hearings, everybody's talking about this. This is unbelievable. All right, anyway, I'm gonna feed into it. Let's have fun. Okay. Now, recently, Tomi Lahren went on TV, apparently auditioning for a place that isn't called The Blaze, and said, me, conservative? No, I'm actually very moderate. Here, I'll give you an example. She said, I'm pro-choice, and here's why I am a constitutional, I don't know what that means, but she's on live TV. We'll cut her a break on that one. She says, someone that loves the Constitution. I'm someone that's for limited government. So I can't sit here and be a hypocrite and say I'm for limited government, but I think the government should decide what women do with their bodies. I can sit here and say that as a Republican, and I can say, you know what, I'm for limited government, so stay out of my guns, and you can stay out of my body as well. Now, is that a concept that I generally agree with? Yes. Did Tomi Lahren always have that position? Does Tomi Lahren really always have any position other than, look at me, daddy, look at me? Is the whole internet looking at me yet? Okay, so apparently Glenn Beck and I share that concern because he took action today. Ooh, what's the action against Tomi Lahren? I'll tell you in a sec. She said also at the time, she tweeted, I have a moderate, conservative, and libertarian views. I'm human. I will never apologize to anyone for being an independent thinker, okay? Well, then Glenn Beck tweets back at her. If you don't know this, Glenn Beck is her employer. He runs The Blaze, she works for The Blaze. He tweets back, wait, libertarian views? Help me out on Trump care, stimulus, and executive orders. Trump is anything but libertarian. Hashtag intellectual honesty. Ooh, shots fired. This is getting fun. Okay, so I have a lot more on this, but first, let me tell you what happened. Tomi Lahren has been suspended from The Blaze. What is this? Okay, so is this the only reason why? Because she was pro-choice? And again, I'm not entirely convinced that she's always been pro-choice, and neither is Beck. So let's give you more here. The Daily Caller first reported on this. Laren's inflammatory, oftentimes angry style has placed her increasingly at odds with coworkers at The Blaze. The Daily Caller has learned a situation that's worsened after she called pro-life conservative hypocrites. Okay, I love that The Blaze being concerned about inflammatory behavior. Glenn Beck got kicked off of Fox News for being inflammatory. So this is the Fox News of the Fox News complaining, well, that bitch be crazy. Okay, all right. So Beck then went on radio and said, if you're pro-choice, you can have a job at The Blaze. I don't hire people who are sycophants. I try to hire people who have a different opinion. I don't want straw men. I think he kind of misunderstands what straw man means. Anyway, sure, I mean, they often disagreed. Glenn Beck was against Trump, Tomi Lahren was for Trump. So I'll take him at his word on that. He continues, The Blaze cannot be about me. It's no secret that Tomi and I don't agree on quite a lot, but that is about personalities. Okay, so far so fair. He says, then Mediaite explains, Beck suggested that Lahren had flipped on abortion for opportunistic reasons, playing clips where she seemingly had been pro-life. Gerums! Further shots fired. So that's exactly what's wrong with the culture today in terms of the media. If you say something completely outrageous, everyone pays attention. So it gives people an incentive to say things that are outrageous, and you're hypocritical, you change your position, whatevs. Did I get the clicks or did I not get the clicks? Beck goes further. He says, I would disagree that you're a hypocrite if you wanted limited government, yet you want the government to protect life of the unborn. It's very, very clear, but it takes intellectual honesty, and it takes a willingness to actually think these things through and do more than just read Twitter or Facebook to get your news. Shots fired. And your political opinions. You actually have to study these things out in your mind, especially at a time period like today. Okay. So I think Beck is wrong on the pro-life, pro-choice issue, of course, but I like how he's like, oh, did you get your news on Facebook and Twitter? I mean, that's a low blow, right? I don't know where Tomi gets her news, fair question. And if I was our boss, I might want to ask too. But to do this in public, oh. Okay, he goes on to say, bomb throwing in today's world is dangerous. Freedom of speech is not free. Speech isn't free. It comes with a very high price tag. First, being intellectually honest and intellectually curious. Oof, man, he is Okay, speech is not free, continues. It comes with another cost, and usually to the other people at the other end of your argument. The pen is mightier than the sword, and it can destroy people if your aim is clicks, views, and ratings. So not happy with Tomi Lahren, no question about it. To make this public is kind of amazing. And finally, he says the ideas are important. If you can't defend the idea, that leads to the second part of the discussion, which is the people calling for Tomi to be fired. Now, her contract runs through September. She's now been suspended for a week. Whether that leads to her to being fired is another question. Now, which side am I on? Well, it's a Hobson's choice, really, right? Of course, the answer is neither, but let me explain that in some ways I agree with both of them, in some ways I disagree. So on the actual issue of libertarians being giant hypocrites and conservatives being giant hypocrites for being pro-life, yes, I agree with Tomi Lahren. They're enormous hypocrites. I want small government, but I'd like to be inside your womb. That is not small government. I'd like to get between you and your doctor. That is not small government. You can make an argument for a pro-life position. I don't agree with it, but you make an argument. You can't then claim that it's for small government. Now you have to raise your hand and say, look, I'm going to be intellectually honest. Glenn, you might appreciate that. And say, okay, this is why I make an exception. I think the life of the baby is super important. I think the baby happens when it's the sperm and the egg first wave high at each other, right? Or whatever you think happens and when life starts. But I understand that that is a giant, big government position because I will get inside your uterus. Just be honest about it. And Beck and the rest of the conservatives and libertarians are nowhere near honest about it. So score one for Lahren there. On her switching her positions for convenience and doing things for ratings and clicks, I'm going to score that one for Glenn Beck. From day one, the minute you saw Tomi Lahren saying any of these things, I mean, we found tweets of her in the past sounding perfectly liberal, like let's party, go nuts. I don't even want to get too crass on the stuff she was saying, yada yada. And by the way, you can party and be a conservative, I get it, but her tweets at the time did not seem to match her political motivations today. That's why she deleted them. Now, if there was a perfect match, why would you delete them? And by the way, people can change their opinions. I've changed my opinions on things, but the question is, what is your motive? If you're changing because you came to that conclusion and you explain why you came to that conclusion, God bless. If it's like, well, I don't know, what's hot? I'm gonna attack Black Lives Matter, boo, they're black, blah. Colin Kaepernick, oh my God, he's not standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Oh, Trump's popular, Trump's awesome, black people suck, Trump's awesome. Is she doing that to get clicks? Of course she is. And unfortunately, our entire media culture is rewarding her. As usual at the Young Turks, we tried to fight it. We banned Ann Coulter and Donald Trump before. How'd that work out? Years ago, right? But this culture has subsumed all of the people who are trying to do the right thing. So the Tomi Lahrens of the world get all this attention. And could there be a little personal drama here too, that Beck's a little worried about being outshined, especially in the niche that he built for himself, which is crazy right wing. He's like, man, I thought I really had that covered. Okay, yes, that's also possible. So overall, don't be a hypocritical libertarian or conservative. Just be a progressive, better way. Second of all, don't do things just for ratings and clicks. So agree and disagree with both of them on different counts. Whether she should be suspended, well, it's Beck's. Hey, if you're a capitalist, it's Beck's show, it's Beck's network. He owns it. It's not a freedom of speech issue. He doesn't have to put her on. And apparently he's not going to for at least a week. So my guess is Tomi will be fine. Everybody's saying Fox News, probably not. There's two likely choices for her. One is mainstream media, who's like, oh my God, I need Trump supporters. I need some sort of conservatives. I'll do anything. Yes, sure. You blonde woman over there who says outrageous things, obviously on purpose without meaning it. Come on in, right? Or there's always Breitbart. Let's put some watchers on the wall. Investigative journalists to run down the Trump administration and the establishment. You can make that happen. TYTnetwork.com/go.